Hey everybody, welcome to Borderline. I'm Lonnie. Today we are going to do a full video on the Sting. Okay, this is our curb machine that we build here at Borderline. I wanted to go through every aspect of what you get. I get questions all the time. If I order a curb machine, do I have to purchase trowels separately? Do I have shipping separately and all those things? So what I want to do is go through everything that we include in the machine and just kind of explain the basics of how this machine works. Okay, so number one, you can obviously see, just looking at what you're seeing here is a totally custom machine built for a particular customer. Okay, this is David's machine. This is going out with a brand new trailer that he's got. His trailer is black with green accents, just like his machine. So we want to try to build everything custom for our customers. What you see, here is obviously the name of his company. We like to put that in there for them. These are side plates, and to explain what side plates are, and we're the only ones that actually have these. Basically, when you're tossing your product in there, which is going to be your Portland cement and your sand, so your concrete, that's going to be tossed into the hopper here. Typically, we're going to go in this direction. Okay, so we're going to go clockwise around the house. Okay, that's the way the machine is set up. So we're going to go in this direction around the house. So the person with the wheelbarrow or the pile driver is going to be sitting on this side, and so they're going to be shoveling from this side into the hopper. If you don't have one of these side plates, or you don't have something there to help protect some of that concrete from going into the customer's flowers, then you really have to take your time and actually just kind of place the concrete in the hopper, which is not efficient. Okay, so it's going to take you longer. It's going to be a little bit more kind of tedious for this guy shoveling. And a lot of the times, your machine is going to plug up. We'll go through this whole thing and show you the great aspects of it and compare it to the other machines out there. But the side plates are one thing that we add to this that no one else does. Okay. Another thing is, now this only makes sense. So there's 4 tires on this machine. The 2 tires on the front are just travel tires. So I need to get it from my trailer to the actual spot that we're going to start curbing at. We're going to put the travel tires on, and we're going to go ahead and push it across the lawn. Now, a lot of times there's long grass, or you're going through gravel and things like that. It's hard to push. Every other single machine out there, which it's still kind of shocking to me, every other machine out there only has 1 tire on the front for travel. You can see just by taking that off on how unstable that is. I've had many times in the past where I've used machines and they've only had 1 travel tire, and you leave it sit in the grass and you walk away and the thing tips over on its own. That's not something that we want to happen. A machine tipping over and your gas and oil mixes in your gas and your engine and stuff, and it's a real pain. So we automatically put 2 tires on your machine, so it is easy to transport from one place to the other. They're very easy to get on and off, so that's not a problem. So that's just another thing that we add to this that really no one else does. So your side plates, an extra tire. When you get to your spot that you're going to curb on, you're going to go ahead and take those tires off, and you set them off to the side, and your undercarriage or your mold is what's going to be on the ground, and this is where you're going to start curbing. Okay, so your machine is going to be looking like this when it's on the property. The Sting also has a back plate, which is what we'd call this. Okay, 2 things. It helps prevent, obviously, the concrete you're throwing in from getting into your engine bay down there and down into your gearbox and things like that. But this is also removable too, so you can easily do maintenance on your machine. Great thing that we do with this, because in the past, if you ever had a recoil, the cord break, or something happened with your belt to where you needed to stop curbing on your property, now you got to take the engine off to fix this. The problem was this engine, all these engines are bolted onto a frame with 4 bolts, and really to take that off to fix your engine or to put a new recoil on, you're looking at probably 30 minutes on the job site. Your concrete that's on the ground already or in your wheelbarrow is going to be ruined because it takes too long. So years ago, we fixed that problem by making this a removable engine, and it's on an engine pin. It's not only great for repairs, It's something that we have our guys do at the end of every single job to make sure that the machine is clean. Because all that concrete that's underneath the machine needs to be taken out of there. Some guys lift up the front of the machine and then clean. Well, now your engine's tipping like this and you get oil and gas that mix. You know, it might not run real well and so on. So we just want to take this engine off, and that way we can stand the whole machine up. Okay, so it's very, very simple, and it's this quick. So we have a pin here. We're going to go ahead and take this out. I've already taken off the back plate, obviously. There is a there's a pin that just holds this whole plate on. The plate's attached to the engine, and so within 30 seconds, I can have that engine set off to the side, my belt set off to the side, and I can go ahead and clean this whole engine underneath, or this whole curb machine underneath at the end of the job. Okay, now with this lifted up, I can see my bearings, I can do maintenance, I can, you know, take a look under here to make sure everything is correct, and there's nothing loose and so on. But that right there is a really, really simple way to make sure your machine's gonna run good, or to save money on a property. Right now I can go ahead and take that recoil off and put a brand new one on, put it back on the engine, and still go, and my concrete is not dry enough yet. I can still curb. Okay, so that's one of the real great things about this. I can go ahead and put this back down, and you can see how fast it would be for me to put this thing back together on the job site. I'll go ahead and slide this belt on. Okay, we're going to do this at normal speed so people don't think that we're speeding the videos up. Okay, so I'm going to take this pin. Okay, it's brand new, so sometimes it's a little tight getting this in there. So you're going to go ahead and slide this pin back in just like that. And you're going to put your cotter pin in to make sure that doesn't slide out. Okay. And that's how fast, you know, you can obviously, you know, fix your engine or do maintenance. It's really important for our guys on our crew at the end of every single job, just to make sure this machine is going to last a long time, to really do a good cleaning every single time and do maintenance. It's no different than any other profession you're in. This is what's making the money for you. If this is the only thing you do, this is creating your living. So you obviously want to take care of all your stuff. We can slide this right back on. Okay, and you know, you are ready to go. Okay, we put 2 side plates on this also. Obviously it looks really good because your name is on both sides. But if you are one of those guys that likes to go the opposite direction, so this machine is set up to go clockwise around the house. Your mold is on the left side of the machine, so we're going to go clockwise around the house. So we're going to pretend the house is over here. We're going to go in that direction. Some guys have learned to go the opposite direction. Maybe they're left-handed, or that's just the way they learned at the beginning. So we can set this machine up to where this mold is facing the opposite direction. We take this side plate, push it down, pull up the other one, because now you're going to be shoveling your stuff in from that side. Okay, so it's basically made for clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on how you want to go around the house. Okay, if you want to come around here, I'll show you something really simple that has been done to this. You know, there's some curb machines out there that have, you know, to tighten your belt. You know, they would have a belt tensioner that would keep the belt tight. I can tell you these belts are called AccuLink belts, and they're going to stretch over time. So in the first few days of you using it, it's going to loosen up on you just a little bit. The easiest way to tighten this is to just raise the engine to tighten the belt. So this bolt right here actually lifts the plate to tighten your belt. So it takes you about 10 seconds if your belt is loose to tighten it. You don't have to worry about a separate tensioner, about the bearings wearing out on those tensioners and things like that. It's very simple. So that's another thing that's really easy on this machine, and really makes it more efficient to where you don't have to have any downtime. Okay.